All right, family. I'm going to start using my resources a little bit smarter, a little bit wiser. But you know how it goes down here. We grow, we evolve. Give me that speaker, Sash.
Peace, this is Brother Hatim, and you have joined us on Gye-Nyame Journey Radio. Be sure to check out our site, subscribe at tribe.gyenamejourney.com.
All my brothers and sisters, hold hands and bow your heads. Let us pray.
I found it, Sasha.
God stand within the foundation of the monument. He judgeth amongst the gods. How long will you judge unjustly?
Oh, you leave that one in the bathroom just in case.
I say, in the form of the Father, he justice to the afflicted and the needy. He delivers the poor and needy. Lead them out of the hand of the wicked. They know not, neither will they understand. They walk on in darkness. All the foundations of the earth are out of court. I have said, ye are God, and all of you are children of the Most High. But you shall die like men, and fall like one of the princes. Arise, O God, judge the earth, and thou shalt inherit all nations. Allahu Akbar.
This is Kabar Franks, and you are now listening to the Gye-Nyame Journey Radio.
Oh my God. Sister Jackie is on, and Brother Wakase is on as well.
What we have done
oh my goodness.
JourneyArchives.com.
This is Adam Sheik, aka Ace, live from Shisha Lounge, and you are now listening to Gye-Nyame Journey Radio.
For those that don't know, how are you doing, Miss Mecca?
Be sure to follow Gye-Nyame Journey on Facebook, Google+, and Twitter. Check us out. Join the journey.
This is Adam Sheik, aka Ace, live from Shisha Lounge, and you are now listening to Gye-Nyame Journey Radio.
Get some of that ambrosia. Oh my God. The elders in the house.
You are now listening to Gye-Nyame Journey Radio with Monica. Enjoy. This is Marina, and this is Gye-Nyame Journey Radio.
This is Willie. Welcome to Gye-Nyame Journey Radio. I want to give shout out to Silver Kevin, all my Silver Nation out there. I want to give shout out to my mom. I give shout out to my dad for raising me and my family for being around me. And I want to give shout out to the people of my generation that's trying to do something big.
This is Cleveland, and you're listening to Gye-Nyame Journey Radio.
Peace, Hotep. This man saw Hotep, aka Mr. Deity. Mr. Deity doesn't sound good. I think it sounds great. Right now, you're listening to Gye-Nyame Journey Radio.
Now we're about to get busy.
If you're not adding anything to the culture that you claim, you don't deserve to carry his name. This is Brother Hatim coming at you live, and you are now listening to the Gye-Nyame Journey Radio.
Damn Dance it,
Shout out
Sash.
to the Gye-Nyame tribe.
Dance it, Sash.
Gye-Nyame family.
Go ahead, girl. Dance it. Those cherries? We got cherries? Can you bring me some cherries? Oh, that's not going to be enough, baby. Sister Jack in the house. That's my baby.
If you're not adding anything to the culture that you claim, you don't deserve to carry its name. This is Brother Hatem coming at you live, and you are now listening to the Gye-Nyame Journey Radio. Shouts out to Gye-Nyame tribe. Gye-Nyame family. Stand up. And you are now listening to Gye-Nyame Journey Radio. Peace. This is Gina, and you are now
Now you listen to my daddy.
on Gye-Nyame
Journey
Radio.
Radio.
All right, Tasha, we can't eat up all these cherries. I told you we can't eat up all the cherries now. We have had enough. Family, it's time for us to do some wisdom mining tonight. Man, oh man, do we have a powerful story. Those that tuned in this morning, y'all know that the story is hot. Before we go any further, I need to let you know you are now standing amongst the congregation of the mighty. This is...
Yummy.
No, hold on, baby. This is the home of the stubborn minority.
Oh.
The place where your hustle builds muscle. This is Gye-Nyame Journey Media. This is a Heart of a Simple production. And, of course, you know this is Folktales for grown folks. Where we strive to blow up your old paradigms. It appears we already got a caller, but I think I know who this is. Gina? Is that you, Gina? Yeah, okay. Mm-hmm. We all know who it is. My daughter's calling in the show. They don't want their dad to be lonely on the air, because the call-ins have been lacking. But the call-in number for anybody that want to conversate about the folk tale I'm about to share with y'all is 614-556-4535. Say it again for them, baby. What's that number?
614-556-4535.
Oh, my God. Train the children up while they're young, and they will not depart from your ways. So y'all already know that we got a couple of broadcasters that's going to be jumping off in the game real soon. I'm just not 100% sure of what they're going to say when they get on air, and I don't want all the family business out in the world. I'm sorry, family. I got off the job late. I made it in just in time to do the show. And my daughter running around with cherries, and I just can't say no to them red cherries. I love them red cherries. All right, so before we get into the conversation that we're about to hit on, I need to remind y'all this weekend, the mall is popping off. That's right. On July 27th, yes. On July 27th, the mall will be popping off. We will be having the G&J Mall. This is one of our holidays. This is the market day. In African culture, in our people's culture family, the market was central. If we want to build up our communities, We have to start doing markets, and we have to start figuring out ways to expand what people bring to the market, because black folks need more than shea butter and black soap, although I will buy some from you. We need services and we need all types of stuff. So family, this goes out to all vendors and all entrepreneurs. You know what I'm saying? The cost is very low, and the reason we're doing this is to bring the community together. And at the G&J Mall this weekend, this Kaumba, because I don't feel like doing no push-ups. This Kaumba, July 27th, we will be having a reparations discussion. It is Queen Mother Moore's Day, and since reparation was a big thing on her agenda, we're going to put it on the agenda and a discussion at the mall. So come out and join us. I can't wait to see you. All right, Gina, you can hang up the phone now. I'm cool.
What?
Oh, Sister Cynthia is on the line. Also, shouts out. Gina, come on, please.
Okay.
Or you can close your door. You close your door up there. You know, my daughter likes listening to the show. She imitates me. And that's beautiful. Sometime. All right. Let's see where we are. Other things in the news. Y'all know it's the end of the month, and we will be having the newsletter come out as well. I want to thank those people who took the time to look at the last couple of newsletters. Be on the lookout because this one is coming out. And if you are on the Black Signal, you will get it. If you are on our Gumroad list, you will get it. Listen, family, we're trying to spread the word, trying to let people know that we're doing something in the Columbus area, and trying to at least set a blueprint so that other people that might want to do it wherever they are can also do it. Oh, thank you. My kids are spoiling me. Nothing like cherries in the summer. Cherries in the summertime is nothing like it. Can you tell? The discussion starts. It's going to be from 2 to 4 p.m. All right. Now, also, Brother Wakesa is coming to town, right? And like I said, you're going to be hearing an announcement real soon, right? But I'm going to throw y'all a hint. August 9th and 10th. The time for ADOS Peace at the Mall. 2 p.m. 2 p.m. Right? So what we're going to have is we're going to have some ADOS, some of the ADOS family in the house, as well as we're going to have some people with other views about reparations in the house. So, I'm going to have to try to, find a happy middle ground for everybody so that we can have a healthy discussion. Can you throw away these seeds for me, baby?
Uh-huh. Are we going to have a movie after month?
No, we're not going to have a movie this month, but we will be having a movie next month. So, family, we're trying to do it. We're trying to build. Now, hold on. In the news also, I just posted up a video, and it ain't pop up. I wonder what's going on. Here it go. All right, revamped Oxycontin was supposed to reduce abuse, but has it? Those pharmaceutical companies are not allowing the data out so that people can know the truth. I also posted up a video that should be coming up soon. I don't know why it ain't up here now, where they are talking about black ownership of homes and how it is at the lowest point in history. In recorded history. How it is lower now and why. Family, our backs are up against the wall. So we got to really start taking our development very seriously. Because That's the only way we're going to be able to compete in this game. Only way we're going to be able to compete in this game. But without any further ado, we're going to get to the story. Y'all ready for the story? Let's hit it. Now, the name of the story today, and I'm telling y'all, family, I am going through the book page by page. As a matter of fact, we have went, we are on, this is the second to the last story. We have went through this whole book. So after this story, we'll start all over. Because those of you that have been with me, I want you to realize, or at least be able to notice, some of the growth. Because these stories are layered. Our ancestors perfected the ability to layer stories. So a child will hear a story at a child's level. But the same story told to a teenager, they will hear something else. And then at each level of your personal development, you will be able to pick up wisdom from the stories. We have to understand, long before the university system, I don't eat meat. What's that?
Fries with cheese.
Okay. Long before universities, our ancestors used stories to teach us about life, to point out facts about reality, to point out facts about the world, to make sure that we understood the importance of skills, and in some cases even taught us skills through the stories. So family, please understand that when we sit up here as grown adults and we look at folk tales, because we honestly think that they were created for kids, I am here to tell you that I am one to believe that a lot of the folk tales were created for adults, because it helps with the learning process. If you want to learn something, it's always best to learn in story. I ain't going to say best. It's always easier to learn in stories, at least for me. Let me put it that way. I learn better from stories, right? I get a whole different perspective. I go to a movie, I see something totally different than what a lot of people sitting in the movie is looking at, right? And once you really start learning how to break down the folk tales, learning how to break down myths, learning how to look at the legends and understand who the major character is and who the villain is, right? You are able to get secrets to life that will assist you when you run into certain obstacles. All right, so here we go. The rose and the amaranth. An amaranth planted in a garden near a rose tree thus addressed it. What a lovely flower is the rose, a favorite alike with gods and with men. I envy you, your beauty and your perfume. The rose replied, I indeed, dear amaranth, flourish but for a brief season. If no cruel hand plucks me from my stem, yet I must perish by an early doom. But thou art immortal, and dost never fade, but bloomest forever in renewed youth. Yes, it was. Yes, it was. Elder says, good night, bro. Keep on keeping on. I love that you have that you're having that conversation. Low black ownership of homes was manipulated. Yes, we must respond powerfully. Now listen, family. I'm going to read it one more time. I'm going to give, and hopefully within that time, we can have some people calling in. Feel free to call in 614-556-4535. Once again, 614-556-4535. Right? And join the conversation. The rose and the amaranth. An amaranth plant in the garden near a rose tree thus addressed it. What a lovely flower is the rose, a favorite alike with gods and with men. I envy you, your beauty and your perfume. The rose replied, I indeed, dear Amaranth, flourish but for a brief season. If no cruel hand pluck me from my stem, yet I must perish by an early doom. But thou art immortal, and dost never fade, but bloomest forever in renewed youth. Man, that's a powerful story. That's a powerful story, right? And I know y'all shy, so I'm going to go and start it off. Y'all should have called in because y'all already know that I'm going to get down with the get down. Now, my view is my view. But you might have some wisdom, or you might be sitting on some wisdom that somebody needs to hear. Even the tone of your voice might deliver the message to somebody that really needs the message. This is why I encourage call-ins, because you never know how what you have to say may affect someone else. So family, stop hiding your light. It's time we stop that. And for me, that's what this story rings on. Now, first off, we got a rose, and I will admit, excuse me, ladies. First off, I don't know why, or I do know why you up. Now, we done ate a lot of cherries. That's enough cherries for now, okay? No, because they're going to make you use the bathroom later at night.
Oh.
Yes. Yes. Yeah. So what I need for you to do is to finish that and stop banging on whatever y'all banging in there. All right, so listen. The rose is a very, very beautiful flower. Right? And what I love about this story is that this is not a story about conflict like we usually get. Right? Where the Amaranth would be necessarily jealous of the rose or be in conflict with the rose. But this story illustrates a different angle. The Amaranth is looking at the rose and praising the rose and admits that it's envious of the rose's beauty. But rather than the rose taking that as an affront, rather than the rose turning its nose up to the Amaranth, it turns around and says something very powerful. Let your light shine. Let your light shine. We have many roses in our lives. These roses are beautiful and they shine and people rush to them and want to be around them. And the rose is just being a rose. And there's nothing wrong with the rose. But with the Amaranth, right? The Amaranth had an issue. And the issue was that it was so focused on the rose. It envied the rose beauty. But what the rose is able to point out in this particular story, which is powerful, which is beautiful, is that at the same time that the Amaranth was looking at the rose, the Amaranth was being looked at by the rose. So the Amaranth is looking at the rose and praising the rose for its beauty. But the rose was looking at the Amaranth and praising the Amaranth's immortality. All right, we got a call. Lady J is in the house. What's going on, Lady J?
Oh, not much.
Did you hear the story?
No, can you say again?
It's called The Rose and the Amaranth. An amaranth An amaranth planted in a garden near a rose tree thus addressed it. Or Amaranth spoke to the rose and said, "What a lovely flower is the rose, a favorite alike with gods and with men. I envy your beauty and your perfume." The rose replied, "I indeed, dear Amaranth, flourish but for a brief season. If no cruel hand pluck me from my stem, yet I must perish by an early doom. But thou art immortal, and dost never fade, but bloomest forever in renewed youth." It's real life at the journey. Thank you, Miss Johnson. Somebody notice it's real life here at the journey. Did you get it, Lady J?
No.
You didn't hear it?
No, what happened?
I said, did you hear the story?
Yes, I heard the story.
All right, you want to go or you want me to finish?
You can go.
All right, so family, the thing that this story brings out is that oftentimes, Sister Jackie's up. No, I ain't trying to get the waves back, Jackie. Listen. So at the same time that the amaranth is looking at the rose, envious of the smell and the beauty, the rose is also looking at the amaranth. And what this tells us about life is that oftentimes when we're longing at something that we want or something that we want to be, oftentimes that same thing that we're looking at may be also looking at us. And what this story brings out is that we all have something. The rose is beautiful. Beautiful perfume smell. Because of the way the rose is often picked, so it does not get to live a long life. And even if it's not plucked, it withers soon. And it's looking at the amaranth because the amaranth has everlasting life. It's constantly renewed. And the rose is looking at the amaranth. So we got these two opposites or these two beings like, wow, admiring each other. Now, the amaranth doesn't know that the rose admires its ability. And a lot of us, when we desire something that someone else has, this thing called jealousy arises. And what I like about this story is that the rose dealt with this because the rose could have did something to heighten the envy and moved it from slight envy to a full-out jealousy. The rose turned around and let the amaranth know what it admires about it. And for us in our community, we need to start doing more of this. We need to look at the value of each other and allow people to know what we value in them. If someone gives us a compliment, we need to give them a compliment. Genuinely, of course. Don't be fake. You know what I'm saying? And that's what the rose did. Because the rose let this thing know, you powerful in your own way. But then in our garden, in the garden of where we are, a brother Joaquin said, I agree with your interpretation and teaching. We all have something, and the goal is to embrace what we have and use that as a basis for moving forward. See, the amaranth could have been a jeopardy of trying to be the rose. See, this is where we go wrong. Oftentimes, we admire something, or we look at another person and we try to be them, rather than bringing what we have to the world. You understand? And in that, two things suffer. You suffer because you're being something that you're not, and the world suffer because you're robbing the world of who and what you are, family. We got amaranths in our garden that we call our community. We got roses in our gardens. We got tulips. We got lilies. And the only thing that you are responsible for being is being who you are. And when you embrace who you are, you don't have time to even be jealous or angry at somebody else's gifts. I mean, I want you to think about how twisted and how dangerous that is when you are jealous of someone else because of their gifts. It's crazy. It's unhealthy. It's dangerous. You know what I'm saying? Amaranth can't be a rose. But an amaranth serves its purpose. And when an amaranth is focused on being an amaranth, not even the most beautiful rose can outdo the amaranth at being an amaranth. But if the amaranth tries to be the rose, the amaranth is going to destroy the garden. The amaranth is going to rot away. Which a lot of people inside, that's exactly what they're doing because they're pretending being something else. Now, let's get to this whole pretending piece. Family, one of the most unhealthy things that a lot of us do is that we exist in a world where we have to act to fit in. We have, like, for example, I posted up an article that shouts out to you, Mr. Sean. I ain't seen you in a while. How you been doing? We exist in a world where we have to act like a rose or act like an amaranth, depending on how you want to look at it. And we slowly kill ourselves because we got to do that. I just posted up an article about LA. I think it's LA being the first city to legalize wearing natural hair. We exist in a society where we have to pretend like the story would go like this if it was role supremacy. I'm sorry. If it was role supremacy in that garden, you know what I'm saying? The amaranth looking up at the rose, the amaranth would have to pretend to be the rose, or it wouldn't be able to grow in the garden. And many of us are trapped in that, and we have to find ways to become our authentic selves. And family, I'm trying to tell y'all right now, there's nothing better than being the authentic you. Nothing. It relieves a lot of stress. It allows you to live a little bit longer. Hold on, we got working, and more working. It was how the F do you legalize natural hair? That's the madness of what we're dealing with, right? That's the madness of what we're dealing with, and that's in a sense the madness that we're existing in a world where it's illegal for you to really be you. I can only wonder how the amaranth would be in a rose supremacist garden. You understand what I'm saying? Where he would have to try to fit in and try to act like a rose. You know what I'm saying? Nature can't. It's hard to function in nature like that. You know what I'm saying? I mean, there's a couple of stories ago that we read about. Like, for example, the story about the ass pretending to be a lion. Acting outside of who you are in nature is dangerous. Miss Cynthia says, if we compare our community to the flowers in the garden, the more we circle our wagons and empower each other for who we truly are, that strengthens us so we can pull the weeds, Get rid of those that mean to do harm to our garden. If we acting as who we are and who we are supposed to be, right? It's a powerful thing. Good night. I enjoyed the program. I'm so glad I was here. Got a 50. Woo! Is that a 51 mile swimming test in the AM? Is that a 50 mile or a 51 mile swimming test in the AM? Or is that a 501 mile swim? Either way, I salute you, Elder, because I'm good for about 100 yards in that water. You know what I'm saying? It's fish supremacy. I'm done. You know what I'm saying? You know, I'm going to work on that. We're going to work on that. Oh, at 5 a.m. Okay. Woo. All right. A 5 a.m. 1 mile swimming test. Okay. Woo. All right. I'm about to say, man, you doing a 50-mile swim? Got to swim 1 mile. Okay. I was about to say, Elder, swimming 50. Woo. Okay. But listen, a mile in the water, family, that's hard work. Lady J, you got something you want to share with the peoples? Oh, she just got a sheet. I said, you got something you want to share?
No, I was actually listening, and initially what I was thinking about is that, and I think you kind of touched on it also, is just this idea that sometimes we envy people from the outside, and we really don't know what it means to be down for, you know what I'm saying? Or we envy things that people have, and we don't respect the sweat that it took to get it. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So, or we envy, and then I'm not going to share, but something personal happened with me and my cousin not too long ago. I can't go into detail, but long story short, she's light skin, I'm dark skin, and my family, they treated me really, really, really bad because I was dark skin. You know what I'm saying? And they treated her really, 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 really good because she was light skin, right?
Right.
And so, and all the other light skin people, there's not many dark skin people in my family because, you know, a lot of people were interracial dating or whatever. But anyway, one day my cousin shared something, and what I realized is that even though when I was young, I wished I had her skin and her hair, when she revealed and she shared some things, I was glad as hell that I wasn't her. You understand?
Right.
And that's what the story just made me think of. That sometimes want what people have, even our kids will envy their friends when they have more. They don't know there's other things for. You know what
right.
I mean? That's
right.
what it makes me think of.
Because think about how the roads. Think about how the Rose described his life. Rose said, you know what I'm saying? If I'm not picked by a cruel hand, I die an early death.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And that's, you know, I mean, and it's like we miss our own gifts, coveting others' gifts.
And can I tell you something else, Hatem?
Go ahead.
And I'm not trying to start a fight right now.
Yeah, you is.
And I don't want to get put off your show. I don't want you hanging up on me or anything. But I just want to tell you that it reminds me of when we look at the glass as half full versus half empty. You know, sometimes we have, some people have the tendency to dwell on the negative, and they don't take time to accentuate the positive, to be valid. And that's the other thing. If we were to change our perspective on how we look at things, I think that we would realize that, you know, we halfway there.
I'm still waiting for the part for me to put you off the show.
Well, no, I just wrapped it in a pretty little box and put a bow on it because I don't want to get banned again.
I ain't banning you. I just had to get you off for that night, girl. I don't even remember what it was about.
When you put me off for the night, I don't know. I guess you're not putting myself on punishment. I don't know. But
So when your show coming back on, Lady J?
Is my show coming back on? I don't know.
Well, when it does.
You provide so much pressure.
I don't do nothing but call in and harass you a little bit like you do me. I just want the best. So just focus. So family, I want y'all to think about this. This little folk tale, man. I just want y'all to think, those of you that's been tuning in for like the last, because we've been doing this same book for over 3 years. Maybe longer than that. And I want you to think about some of the conversations, whether they were heated, whether they were informative, whether they were silly. And I want you to think about some of the lessons that you were able to take away from folk tales for grown folks. And I want you to imagine what you can do with other stories. Because family, one of the things I want to make sure that some of my adult family members out there, as well as some of my young people out there, realize the story industry is one of the biggest and I would say the most powerful industry out there. The people that control the stories are the people that control society. Lady J get on this show all the time and talk about the power of the media. And this is where it started. It started with us telling stories. Because when you control the narrative, you are able to control the people. So please understand that our ancestors was on to a powerful science. A powerful tool for creation as well as destruction. Like all tools that are powerful, is a dual-edged sword. There it could be a tool or it could be a weapon of destruction. And we done went through these kids' stories and been able to deal with political issues that are going on right now. And I just want y'all to wonder, how many other stories out there are like this? What messages are they sending through the movies to you and to your children? What's going on with the stories that your children are hearing in the music? Because music is telling a story. It ain't just about, you going to fool yourself about that beat if you want to. Music is about telling stories and setting up a narrative from the TV shows they watch. We can start using what we have gathered together as folktale, you know, as FFGF, as hashtag FFGS, or the grown folks that's telling stories, or the grown folks that's listening to stories. We are able to now use this thing, use these stories, not only to help other people see what's coming at them, but to help them redefine their lives and change the narrative. Because family, we read a whole lot of these stories, but let me tell you, many of y'all have not even scratched the surface on the most important story in your existence. You have allowed other people to tell you and interpret the most important story there is. Somehow, the Amaranth in this story that we read got the narrative twisted. He was so focused outside of himself, or outside of itself, that it focused everything on what the rose had and missed the very gifts that the Creator had placed in it. And the only thing I have for my daily toast, the only thing that I have for my tribe members, the only thing that I got for my Folktale for Grown Folk family, the only thing I want for you is for you to start taking control of your story. Guard your mind. Because I'm saying this because we are almost at the end of the book. And like I said, I'll start over. But you know, I might take a break for a while because we got one story left. This is incredible. We done did Lady J, you ready?
Yes, I'm ready.
What's 331 minus 18?
I wasn't ready.
331 minus 18, or 31 minus 18.
13.
Is it 13?
313.
So we done did, right now we have 312 stories. As of next week, we will have worked out 313 folk tales. So next time I go back through, what I'm going to have...
You know how long have they kept calling into this show?
I would say 3.5 years.
Okay, this is 2019.
Right.
How long have you been doing this show, Tim?
Folktale for grown folks?
Yes, I'm going to tell you this. I've been at my new job for 3 years. And
For real?
I was calling into your show. So it's maybe this
5 years. It's been 6 years. You know what?
6 years.
Wait. Lady J, stop.
4 years now.
Stop. You're saying that you are at... See, I still call it your new job. Damn, I'm old. You've been there for 3 years.
No, I've been there more than 3 years. I've been at my new job for 3 years. So I graduated, let me see, 2013. So that was 2014. This is 2019. So I'm going to say it has to be no less than 4, no more than 5 years I've taught it.
So we've been working. Sound off the round of applause. Man, Lord have mercy. Thank you. Look like I got a new production manager out there. Will Sisters of Fire be at the mall? Sister Cynthia, will Sisters of Fire be at the mall so the people can know they can come and get that kale yeah saya? Kale yeah saya. Woo, that's a tongue twister. Kale yeah salad. Woo. Got to get it out. But so you saying, dang, so we gotta think about this. Because so Lady J, you got a point. I might have been doing this show almost 7 years. Cause I might have been doing the show almost 7 years. I'm gonna have to go back. Now you got me really interested. I'm gonna have to go back and really look because you started right about the time that I started broadcasting on Facebook. No, you started before that, I think.
Well, before that, yeah. So it was 2014 when I first met you guys now. So I'm gonna say between 2014 and 2015, I began calling into your show. I'm hot.
Wow. No, I don't doubt that because when you said that you was at your, as I keep calling it, your new job. But you been here. Man, I'm old. But family, once again, I want to thank y'all. And once again, I want to thank my co-host when she ain't trying to fight me or assaulting me with words and trying to put me off the air, Lady J.
Can I say goodbye to the phone?
Of course. Hold on. Miss Cynthia say, Kel, yeah, we'll be there. And Granny's pound cake. Ooh, man, that pound cake didn't make it through the night. I'm sorry. I started thinking about the cake that's going to be at the G&J Mall. Hey, Lady J, we are going to be having a reparations conversation up at the G&J Mall this weekend. You going to be able to pop in?
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah?
I'm going to try.
Well, what'd you say, yeah? You don't know.
I actually work every other Saturday.
That's right. I understand. You living, as they say, you living that ADOS life. I understand, baby. So am I. No, but you know what we have to do? This is one of the reasons I want you to get on your show. Because there's going to be some opportunities for growth as far as Gye-Nyame and all, you know what I'm saying? We talking about media. You have a knack for finding good material. You're not shy to share your opinion. You need your show. You need a show. And people really need to hear you. You know what I'm saying? Because everybody don't agree with a grumpy old man like myself all the goddamn time. So they need a beautiful young lady to bring some information to them. You know what I'm saying? Because your perspective really ain't that different from mine. You are Pisces. So eventually, I believe you're going to get to where I'm at. You know what I'm saying? Because those waters are rough out there. You know what I'm saying? So family, once again, I want to thank y'all. And in all seriousness, I want to send out shots to Lady J. Because like I said, it has been possibly 4 to 5 years that she has been calling into my show. Man. Actually, Lady J, I could almost trace it. I could almost trace it. You say who?
That's why my feelings are so hurt when you hang up on me.
Oh my God. See, you couldn't just.
You can understand that I've been calling in and I've been content for forever. I might miss the show or two, but I've been sometimes it hurts my feelings out there.
Hold on. I'm playing the violin. Hold on. You done? I'm playing that violin. You was doing so good. You was doing so good. Right?
All right. Can I say goodnight to the people? Because my phone is on the
You always can say goodnight. Go ahead on your business.
All right. Yeah, I was ready. I thought I was ready. Okay. I just want to remind everyone that it is our time to rise and shine. Remember, we are in the midst of the Great Awakening. Today and every day, do something great, something in honor to move that sport to go in sports movement. Or read a book, article, donate to a cause, volunteer, use your social media networks, no propaganda, everything. I do have to tell you this. So I'm on this new trip, right? So I got this thing called Africa Alive, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so my idea is that for years I've wanted to merge a traditional African dance with current pop African records from Ghana or South Africa.
I seen you.
Kids to see the pictures of the countries and what it looks like, you know what I'm saying, in their government buildings, and I want them to know that it's very much how it looks here, right?
Mm-hmm.
Many of those places, and I'm just excited about that. And so I was sharing with someone today that when I was putting the pictures together and I was choosing all the best pictures of the places in South Africa, I was reminded that I was partaking in propaganda, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to accentuate the positive. I picked every beautiful picture. Why? because I wanted the kids to feel like, oh, I want to travel to Johannesburg, or I want to travel to Cape Town. You see what I'm saying? I want to see these places, and it's just a great thing. So just that power of propaganda, like I said, we got to look at the glass half full, not empty. Promote positive images. Let's not spend all our time on our social media, you know what I'm saying, discussing the negative, promoting the negative images. We want to share them, and then we want to be like, oh, this is so bad, and this is so, you know, we're so, I mean, even I've seen recent posts, like, trending in my timeline where they're saying, like, just, like, woe is me kind of post after sharing something that some African American did that was distasteful. You understand what I'm saying?
Right.
And they're like, oh, this is why they see us this way. You know, no, they see us this way because you promote images like that. You share the image. It doesn't matter what the commentary is. You feel what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
You promoted the image. You helped get the image out there. So propaganda is just everything. So make sure that we're using our social media network to promote positive images of us, so that we can bombard people's mentals. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah.
And that's it. Make sure you participate politically, sign petitions, march, peaceful protest, participate in boycotts. Remember, if we want change, we got to learn to keep more of it in our pockets. The choice is ours. The choice is yours. And I apologize for going off on a tangent.
All right. She once again, she brought up that important point about that media family. And this is what we're trying to build here, Gye-Nyame Journey Media, so we can make sure that we're telling our stories and we're being able to look at things from the proper angle. One of the things that I challenge you to do every morning when we pour the Daily Toast, and I will see some of y'all in the morning, when we pour the Daily Toast, I challenge you to activate your reticular formation and to seek out the principle of the day. Today, I hope that you caught Gye-Nyame in action. And tomorrow, I'm going to challenge you to find your principle of Ujima, which is collective work and responsibility. Our principles are something that we practice every day. Our principles are things that we live. So family, I'm going to challenge you to get out there and do that, right? And also take pictures of it. You know what I'm saying? Share it so that we know that it's out there, right? So we got one more story in this round of Folktales for Grown Folks. Hell, maybe by next week I might be able to find another host that could do the weekly show. But if not, you know, I'll do it until the successor comes. You know what I'm saying? Family, you have a great night. And with that, I say, welcome to the congregation of the mighty. This is the home of the stubborn minority. This is the place where your hustle build muscle. You are now tuned in to Gye-Nyame Journey Media. Thank you, Anime. Thank you, Anime. This is a Heart of a Simple production. And of course, we just killed another folktale for grown folk. And y'all know we strive to blow up your old paradigms. I see my daily toasters in the morning. We out.